Every moment you exist, invisible laws hold your entire reality together. Gravity pulls you down, time moves forward, light travels at a constant speed, and the quantum world beneath it all operates with eerie precision. But what if, suddenly, those laws changed? In a single instant, the universe you know would shatter. The rules written into the fabric of space-time would dissolve. The very atoms that build you could lose cohesion. Stars might collapse or expand. Time could freeze, loop, or reverse. We are not prepared for how fragile reality truly is. In this episode, we will explore, scientifically, logically, and visually, what happens when the ultimate constants of existence are rewritten. Gravity, the silent architect of everything we know. It binds galaxies, shapes planets, and keeps your feet on the ground. But what if gravity suddenly changed? A tiny increase, and stars would collapse into black holes, swallowing entire solar systems. A tiny decrease, and planets would drift away, their orbits unraveling like loose threads. Here on Earth, buildings would crumble, mountains would crack. If gravity weakened, people could barely stay grounded, floating helplessly into thin air. If gravity strengthened, your own body would become your prison, bones crushed, organs compressed. Entire ecosystems would collapse. The atmosphere could escape into space or become dangerously compressed, making breathing impossible. Gravity's grip controls life, death, and even time itself. And once altered, reality as we know it would spin wildly out of control. Time, the invisible current that carries us from birth to death. It flows forward, always forward, with perfect consistency. But what if time no longer followed its sacred rhythm? A small disturbance could trap entire regions in endless loops, a moment repeating endlessly, like a broken record stuck forever. Or worse, time could freeze completely. Raindrops hanging motionless, birds frozen mid-flight, the world trapped in silent stillness, except for those outside the flow. Reverse time, rivers would flow backward, broken objects reassemble themselves, entire lives might rewind, and end before they even began. But such manipulation isn't harmless. Entropy, the arrow of time, fights back. Changing time could unravel cause and effect entirely, creating paradoxes that fracture reality itself. Our very existence depends on time behaving perfectly. Once broken, the consequences are beyond human comprehension. Light. Light, the ultimate speed limit of the universe. 299,792 kilometers per second. The boundary that separates cause from effect. The very reason time flows in one direction. But what if light no longer obeyed? If light slowed down, the world would dim, colors would fade, communication would falter. Signals across fiber optics would delay. Information transfer would crawl. But if light sped up, time itself would lose meaning. Events could happen before their causes. You could see yourself arrive before you ever left. The stars above would shimmer unpredictably. Supernovae might appear centuries before they actually explode. The very fabric of reality, space-time, could rip apart as causality breaks down. Our entire perception of existence is built upon light's constant speed. Break that rule and the universe becomes incomprehensible. Beneath everything, beneath matter, energy, and even space, lies the quantum world. A realm of uncertainty, probabilities, and strange behaviors. Particles exist in multiple places at once. Cause and effect blur into mere possibilities. But even this chaos follows rules, the laws of quantum mechanics. What if those rules changed? Electrons might no longer orbit atoms. Molecules would collapse instantly. Chemistry, the foundation of life, would cease to function. Atoms could expand or shrink unpredictably. Particles could tunnel into impossible places. Objects might appear or vanish at random, reality flickering like a glitched simulation. Schrödinger's cat would not just be alive and dead, it could phase between infinite states. Entire universes of possibility could bleed into ours. Without stable quantum laws, matter itself would dissolve. The building blocks of reality would lose cohesion. Life, as we know it, would evaporate instantly. With the fundamental laws in chaos, reality itself begins to rewrite. The constants that shaped stars, planets, and life no longer apply. Entire galaxies might reshape overnight. Stars could ignite or collapse instantly. New forms of matter may emerge, substances unrecognizable to human science. On Earth, biology would distort beyond imagination. Creatures might evolve or mutate in seconds. Gravity could shift randomly. Mountains rise and fall like waves. Oceans might float into the sky. Cause and effect fracture into something unrecognizable. Your past, present, and future may all happen at once, or not at all. You could meet yourself from infinite alternate timelines. Reality, as we understand it, is not indestructible. It's a fragile code, and once broken, existence itself becomes a rewritable canvas. Perhaps new forms of intelligence would rise. Perhaps nothing would remain. After all the laws collapse, after the constants break, after time, light, and matter dissolve, one question remains. Why is reality the way it is? Why do the laws exist at all? Why these numbers, these constants that allowed stars, planets, life, and thought to arise? Some call it chance, a cosmic lottery. Others speak of hidden dimensions, multiverses, or simulation, realities where other laws exist. But perhaps the very act of observation shapes the universe. Perhaps consciousness itself helps write reality's code. If we could rewrite the laws, would we be gods, or would we unravel existence entirely? The deeper we stare into the fabric of reality, the more we realize reality is not guaranteed. It exists because it can. And that might be the most fragile miracle of all.